Hey, 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 you're waking up with Craig.
Welcome back to Waking Up with Craig. It's Monday, December 3rd, and as you can see, Craig's not here. It's just me and Mr. Drew Tyner.
It's amazing that you can have a show, Waking Up with Craig, and Craig's not here to wake up with you.
Yeah, you're not waking up with Craig. I mean,
it's really a good thing. You're going to have a better morning, better day.
Yeah, it's true, Well, Craig was at a Pats Vikings game, so that is why he's not here, as he was in Foxborough a couple hours ago. But I'm going to start with the quote of the day. If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. Ty, you know who was last this weekend? Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Talk to me about that. I mean, 4th and 11, right? You're at midfield. You're in a tie ball game with Alabama. Why would you go for it?
There's not many clean words, clean podcast words I can to describe the frustration I felt with Kirby Smart's decision. Your defense has held Alabama to 28 points up to that point.
Yeah, I mean, they played well.
You decide to turn it over at midfield on a fake punt that didn't look like it. They were ready for the fake punt. They had everything covered.
Yep.
And you're like, let's run it anyway. What's going to work? We're going to trick them. Kirby Smart, to say it lightly, should be fired.
Wow.
Maybe even, disowned from the country. I just don't think that is clearly he did not have faith in his defense for whatever reason. Right. So I don't his character is in question with me right now, and his decision making as a coach is unbelievably bad just because of that one call. That ruined your chances of going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And winning the game. So
yeah.
I don't have many nice things to say about Kirby.
I just wonder about what he was thinking in that situation, because you're in a tie game with the best team in the country. You can't afford to give them the ball at midfield. You got to play field position at least, right? Like punt the ball, see if your defense make Bama go at least 80 yards if you punt it into the back of the end zone.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're gonna go for it too, I'd rather have my offense out there than a fake punt.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
if you're gonna go for it, why not just keep your offense out?
Especially because you could see the defense was set up for, so you weren't fooling anybody. You weren't gonna trick them.
Right, I agree. All right. Anyways, who do you think the most dangerous team in the playoffs is going to be?
I'm not going with Alabama. I'm going with Clemson. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to light it up. I think that is the biggest worry for Alabama. It's the one team that I think can take them down.
Yep.
I think Oklahoma is going to be able to score enough to keep it entertaining for most of the game. But I don't think Notre Dame gets past Clemson, so I think Clemson and Alabama in the championship would be the closest game.
I think that Oklahoma's going to get blown out. I don't think that you can play Big 12 defense against a team like Bama and withstand playing with them. I'm going to stick with my boys at Bama. They're the most dangerous team in the playoffs because they're the best, because they're Alabama. But I do agree that Clemson could give them the closest game. Now, talking about a team that didn't make the playoffs, UCF. Do you think they deserved a spot?
No. Not when Oklahoma
undefeated season.
Won their game. Ohio State won the Big Ten championship. And then even though Georgia lost, their schedule is so much better than UCF's.
Yep.
And they played, they lost to LSU pretty bad, but it wasn't awful.
It was.
I would say they had a real bad loss. And they made it to their SEC championship against the best team in the country. Lost on a bonehead mistake by the coach. We'll let that go, I guess. But no, UCF. Georgia would have had to gotten blown out. Ohio State blown out in their championship. Oklahoma blown out. Then maybe you give them a chance.
I mean, they haven't lost a game in 2 seasons, though.
Yeah, wow.
It's been a while.
They don't have enough.
They beat Auburn last year.
Not enough good wins this year.
All right, well, hey, let's get on to the NFL. What was the biggest win of this week? What team came out and played a game that they had to win and they did it? Who do you think got that done?
Because the Giants are going to run the table, they had to win today against probably the best defense in the league, I think.
Yeah.
The Bears played amazing defense, and the Giants still were able to put up 30 points. Odell threw a touchdown. Odell caught a touchdown. Odell is amazing. I could talk about how great how great and how special he is all day. But no one wants to hear that except for me because I like to hear myself talk about Odell. But yeah, the Giants on their way to a playoff berth needed to beat a good team like the Bears. If you think they're going to collapse,
Oh, the Bears' collapse is coming. It's
if
coming.
so, this is the start.
Yep, it is the start,
So,
and I was excited to see that the collapse is starting.
The Chargers also got a huge win tonight. That keeps them in pace. If they go beat Kansas City,
Yep.
they can have a shot at the division.
Yep.
They came back from down at half. Phillip Rivers came up clutch, and the kicker made an easy field goal to win the game and sent the Steelers home crying.
I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans with the biggest win because
Also
they fell down early to a Jets team that I thought was ridiculous in the first place, but they battled back. They found a way to win, and they kept their playoff hopes alive with a win. They're 6-6.
Sam Darnold? You don't think he's a great quarterback?
No, I think the Jets are a joke.
Yeah, the whole organization except the coach is good.
So, I think Tennessee had the biggest win coming back and winning that game. But you know who else had a big win? The Ravens. They're 7-5 now. Big win. I didn't expect them to win today.
And that loss for Pittsburgh puts them at 7-4-1.
Yeah.
Ravens are half a game out.
Yeah.
They're going for that north.
Speaking of the Ravens, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
We talk about this man a lot on the show, but he's 3-0. Should he be the starter?
I think he has to be. I think you have to ride him till he proves you that he can't be. I know he was in concussion protocol for a while today, so again, that makes me
a little leery about that.
I want him to be more, conscientious about what's going on. You got to protect yourself. Because if you're not out there, you're hurting the team.
Right.
So, but I think you ride the hot hand. I think he's still versatile, and teams don't know how to deal with him yet. So,
I
especially
agree.
this season.
I agree some of that. He only threw 125 passing yards today.
Yep.
Ran for 75.
And was out for some of the game.
Some of it. Yep. According to Harbaugh, though, they got the best quarterback room in the league. He was talking about it today after the game.
That's interesting.
He said, we have 3 quarterbacks who can all win. So he included RG3 in that. Right? But he said there is no quarterback controversy because they asked him about it today. Maybe. He said there is no controversy. But
publicly.
He goes, this team's going to stick together. We know we can win with no matter what quarterback we have out there. Do you believe that this team could still win with, like, RG3?
No, not full time. I've seen RG3 play in my division, and he was good for one season.
1 year, towards ACL.
And then towards ACL, and hasn't been the same since. I think he's got a good football mind, but I don't think he's someone you can rely on if you needed him in the playoffs against the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl. You couldn't rely on RG3.
Now, you said that you got to go with the hot hand, though. But do you think that Joe Flacco would have won these same 3 games?
It's hard to say because Lamar and Joe Flacco are so different that maybe those teams would have been prepared for
Joe Flacco and the kind of boring offense that they run with him.
They couldn't. Maybe they just couldn't handle Lamar Jackson's threat on his feet.
That's fair.
I think it makes you more versatile. It makes you more dangerous on offense.
Yep.
Again, as long as he can complete the passes, as long as he's not just a runner.
The biggest thing with me is, like, Lamar turns the ball over more. Mm-hmm. Joe Flacco's probably going to not lose you as many games, but he might not also win you as many.
Right.
There's that risk or reward maybe with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. All right, Tyner. We got to get to a big topic. Breaking news, right?
Breaking news a couple hours ago.
Thoughts on firing Mike McCarthy. What do you think about that? What do you make of that after the tough loss the Packers suffered today?
It was time. You lost at home to the Arizona Cardinals. You put up 17 points with Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. Mike McCarthy had his time. He was a good coach. He started off Aaron's career well, and he helped bring home a Super Bowl years ago, it feels like.
Yeah, it feels like forever ago.
You ask any player, and you only get so many chances to do something special every year. You never know what's going to be taken away from you, or your athletic talent is going to decline. So I think it was time to go in a new direction, and Aaron Rodgers will probably most likely will benefit from a coaching change.
Yep. Now, you mentioned it. What the Packers did in his time, right? I want to give you a few numbers here. He went 125, 77-1.
Not bad.
Not bad record.
50 over
8
500.
straight playoff appearances,
Not bad at all.
starting from
Very good.
when they had won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 8 playoff appearances in a row, but he had 9 total in 13 years. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. But
No more
I
Super
feel
Bowl
like-
appearances.
when you coach in a place like Green Bay, greatness is expected. So maybe somewhere else, like Cincinnati, he could have got away with this.
Did you see that Cleveland's already looking to hire him as the next coach?
I did, and I feel
That's
for Baker at
wild.
this point because I don't know if maybe change would be good for Mike.
That is the most Browns thing to do right here. I got a little Browns helmet. And that is the most Brown things to do. To be go and hire Mike McCarthy.
Yep.
Maybe they'll hire Hugh Jackson back,
As a Packers fan, I gotta say, when he only gave the ball to Aaron Jones 11 times today, I knew it was time. I mean, I've been saying you watched the game with me today.
Yeah.
I was voicing my frustration.
Oh, yes, you are.
And I think that when you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers and you've kind of just wasted the last 3 or 4 years, frustration starts to build amongst the fans, the players, I'm sure. Even though they'll never vocalize it, I'm sure it was frustrating.
It's not like Aaron Rodgers is on the incline. I mean, he's either at his,
He's
at
either
his top or
peaking
he's
or he's slowly,
starting
and he might be slowly getting
to
there.
be very slowly, not
Yeah.
very noticeable.
I just think that the other thing is too that I think change is going to be good for Aaron Rodgers. I think that look at Drew Brees' career ended up being, right? He was looking kind of in a similar spot in San Diego. He goes to New Orleans, all of a sudden they're Super Bowl contenders, and it's like wow, that revived Drew Brees' career.
Oh yeah.
Maybe something like that. It could be coming for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Now he's in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, at 39 years old.
Rounding is almost 40.
Right. I mean, it's
Very
impressive. It's impressive. All right, let's get on with the NFL. Panthers in trouble after this 4th straight loss. They're 6-6.
The Panthers are done.
Done?
It is over for the Panthers. They have 2 games against the Saints coming up. They are going to lose both of them by an average of 37 points.
Wow.
Maybe not that much. Maybe 30. But they are going to lose both games. So right there,
That's 8
losses.
Say they split with the Saints.
Yeah.
Can they get to what 9-7?
I mean, they have a game against the Browns.
Yep.
Which is always a toss-up, especially when you're going into Cleveland. So who knows what Baker's going to show up. And then you play the Falcons in between the Saints games, which is a division game, not easy. But the way they're playing, I can't trust that the Panthers are going to go.
Right. I think they could win both of those games, but they could also lose
and
both
if they
of
lose
those
one
games.
of them, I think they're losing both the Saints. So I think right there, 7-9, you're done.
Yep.
And 8-8 might not make it.
So you think they're in trouble, real trouble?
I think they.
You think that loss today against the Bucs might have put the nail in the coffin?
I think that's it for the Carolina Panthers this season.
Wow. I know our
That's
good friend
collapse.
Dev Dasky gonna like to hear that.
He's probably wondering what's happening right now. He knows he needs a couple big wins. He needs a win against the Saints.
If they can beat the Saints, I think they got a shot.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Can
I
they?
don't think so. One fluke. Drew Brees is going to respond better than ever these next 4 games.
All right. We touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
If you had to pick someone right now, Chargers, Chiefs, who's winning the division?
Oh,
and
that's
why?
so tough.
Who's gonna take the division?
They're both playing extremely well. They're both extremely talented teams.
Chiefs just lost Kareem Hunt though.
Chiefs did lose Kareem Hunt, and I mean,
Melvin Gordon didn't play tonight.
Their offense looked good today. They did play the abysmal Raiders.
Yeah.
So it's not saying a whole lot.
Right.
But Andy Reid's a great regular season coach. Emphasis on regular season.
Yeah.
I think that the Chargers have showed me they're more apt to lose a game here and there than the Chiefs are to just any other team. So, but I mean, that division game is going to be huge against them. Winner of that is going to win the division. My pick right now is the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs hold on. I think the Chiefs win out, and I think the Chiefs are the 1 seed in the AFC.
Wow. So not only are they going to win the division, they're going to be the 1 seed.
Yep.
Patriots don't get a shot at that?
They would need a Chiefs loss, and I mean, a Chiefs loss could happen, but I just don't see it. I think the Chiefs at 14-2 maintain the conference.
All right. Well, as much as I'd like to say I think the Chargers are going to win the division, I don't believe it. I don't. I have zero faith in any Philip Rivers-led team to win a big game. So I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes. He slinks it. I don't care if he's got a running back or not.
Yeah.
They're going to find a way to win games with that offense. They got too many guys that you can't just focus on one guy. So even Ware's not a bad back. Like he could probably start on some teams.
Yeah.
He's not a bad back. I think the Chiefs will be fine. I think the Chargers might give them a run for their money, but come end of the season, Chiefs are going to win the division. I also think they're going to get the 1 seed. I do. I think they're the
I
team
don't think it's
right
any
now.
fault to the Pats. I think the Pats are going to go 13-3. They might win out too. But
Yeah.
I just don't think the Chiefs are going to lose, so there's no opportunity for
New England to catch them. That's fair. That's fair. What about the Colts, Tyner? I want to talk about this because that
They got
might have
shut
been
out.
the grossest game I've seen all year.
There was a combined 6 points.
Yeah.
All for the Jaguars.
Right. 2 field goals.
That is the ugliest. That's the ugliest game of the day, no doubt. It's the
Yeah.
ugliest game I've seen. In a
I think
long
it's all
time.
year, at least of the year.
Definitely this year. And the Colts were looking so good. Andrew Luck was
Is it
looking so
disappointing
good.
to see them play so poorly in a game that they actually really needed to win?
Oh yeah, I mean
Because now you're 6-6.
Houston won today, advancing to 9-3,
Right.
and they're 3 games up with 4 to play. So
Yeah,
it's Houston's
division's
division
pretty
now.
much. Yep. And now you're chasing the Ravens too
You're
at
chasing
7
the
and 5.
Ravens/Steelers at that 5th wild card spot. So you're
Right.
really looking at that.
No, that's the 6th wild card spot. You got the Chargers.
The Chargers.
at the 5th. So that's what I'm saying. That
Colts might
loss,
just lost their season.
that loss put them below the Ravens a game or
Yeah.
game and a half.
Especially when they're going to
Steelers.
lose Week 16 to the Giants. So that's the 7th loss they have to deal with. I think their season is over. And Andrew Luck was the top 3 MVP discussion for some people this week. He was
Yeah.
at 3, and
So you don't think they could win out and get to 10-6?
I don't believe so.
I think they
think-
still got a shot. I think the Colts might be all right.
They didn't score.
Because I'm not sold on the Ravens either. The only thing the Ravens do better is defense. Their defense is a lot better than the Colts. But the Colts offense needed to step up today and score 1 touchdown, and they couldn't do it. I
The
mean,
Ravens do have the Chiefs next week. That's probably a loss.
right?
They have a game in
In-
Los
in
Angeles
San-
for
yeah.
the Chargers.
Yeah, in Los Angeles.
And then they have Bucks and Browns at home. Probably winnable games. The Ravens,
Yeah.
I guess the Ravens could slip.
They could slip at least 2 more losses.
I mean,
That's putting them at 9-7.
it all starts with beating the Texans in Houston next week for the Colts, though.
They got at
You
least
lose that, you're 6-7. You got Cowboys, Giants.
Cowboys, Giants, Titans. That's a tough end of your year. But if you're a playoff team, you got to find a
You
way
gotta
to
win
win these
these
games.
I
So that's the
completely agree.
biggest question mark right now for the Colts is if they beat the Texans next week, I'm gonna believe in the Colts.
If they beat the
If
Texans.
they can beat the
I just think
Texans next week.
winning your last 3, going 9-7, which still might not be enough for that 6th seed.
Yeah, it's
You got to beat the Texans.
I agree.
So Texans win. They win the division next week.
Yeah,
Lock it up.
10 straight.
Yeah, ever since the Giants. Ugh.
That's impressive. Think the Texans could get a bye?
That's tough.
Think about that.
The Pats.
Because you get the Pats, the Chiefs / Chargers in that mix, and the Texans.
It's still possible.
I'd say the Steelers and Ravens are out of that mix now.
Yeah,
Or 4
they're
or
probably
5
going to be.
losses.
They're going to be the 4th seed.
Yep.
Pats still have Steelers. Other than that,
It's a
they
big-
cupcake. They're division games.
Yeah,
It's
their
like a joke.
division games have been jokes.
like-
That's
It's like
how it
Bama
always
playing
is.
a D3 school.
But it's how it is every year with the Patriots.
I know.
They get those easy division games, and they find a way to lose at least one of them every year.
It's just blasphemous.
Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, but look at their losses this year. Should the Patriots be worried?
Worried?
The AFC might be as good as it's been in like years.
Yes.
Because the last couple of years, it seems like it's always been Steelers, Pats, and then we got a taste of the Jaguars because their defense.
Yeah, the defense carried them.
So should the Pats be worried?
I don't
at
think
all?
they should be worried. They're New England. They find a way. They get it done. This might be, in the last few years, the Patriots' worst teams.
Yep.
But nothing to be worried about yet.
So do they get back to a Super Bowl?
I'm not predicting them to go to the Super Bowl. Would I be surprised? No, they're New England. They
Right.
always go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I've grown up to
Wouldn't
understand.
be surprising one bit, but you don't think they're going to get there.
Not this year. Still sticking with Saints Chiefs.
And I don't blame you. I think though that the Rams, if they got a lot of growing up to do for me on that side of things. Because last year I predicted the Rams to lose to the Falcons, and they did in the playoffs in that wild card. Because I thought that they were just too young. Chiefs are young too. That's the scary thing about these teams. I mean, Jared Goff's first playoff game didn't go so well.
No.
But maybe they'll rely on Gurley, home field advantage this time.
Maybe.
Probably through the whole playoffs. Saints got 2 losses now.
Yeah.
Rams have a good chance to go 15-1 in my opinion.
I think they'll go 15-1 as well.
I don't think they're going to lose to the Bears, Eagles, Niners, or Cardinals.
No, definitely not the last 2.
Nope. If they get through the Bears, I think they're in.
They'll take care of Eagles at home.
I do. I believe that as well. I think if they can beat the Bears on the road, if Trubisky doesn't play next week, that's going to be a cakewalk. I mean, we saw what Chase Daniels did today. Those 2 interceptions.
Good.
I mean, shout out to Ogletree, though, right?
Oh, he's such a great player.
Yep. All right. Let's head on to the NBA. We talked about the Celtics on this show before.
Yep.
And how their start of 10-10 was slow. They're now 13-10. They've won their last 3. But most recently, Saturday night,
Yes.
Hayward went for 30,
Gordon.
9 and 8. 9
Off the
rebounds,
bench.
8 assists. Off the bench. Did not start the game. But are the Celtics okay?
They're figuring it out.
They're figuring it out.
Their offense has increased so much these past 2 games.
Yep.
They look so much better. Gordon Hayward, we can't expect that every night. 38 points, every night from Gordon Hayward. That'd be amazing.
Right.
Not going to happen. Be MVP
Right.
numbers. Not going to happen.
But is that something we should become more accustomed to? Like, is that something we'll start seeing more? You think he's getting to the point where
he's getting more comfortable?
Yeah.
He's definitely running more, like sprinting.
Yep.
Trusting his leg.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing, is trusting yourself, getting back to 100%, which not everybody can.
Yep.
But last night 2 nights ago, he looked as close as he could to 100%.
So you think the Celtics are going to figure things out come playoff time? Are we dangerous in the East?
No, we're going to run the East.
Huh, that's what I like to hear. That's what I really
beat
like
the
to
team
hear.
all the way across out west in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I haven't really been worried about the Celtics.
No.
It's more like we got to snap out of it soon, though. You know, it's like getting to the point where it's like, okay, come on, boys, let's figure this out. I think Brad Stevens is working hard to get that figured out.
It becomes more of a problem if we don't figure it out, because then it's not just something we can snap out of.
Right.
It's
Right.
bigger.
Yep. I agree.
Look a lot better.
Yep. Well, that's all I got, Tyner.
Ah.
Thanks for coming on the show. I'm glad at least someone could be here with me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got to take care of our good friend Craig, but
amazing, he misses his own show.
ridiculous.
Just shout out to the Big Blue.
Yeah.
NY, a big win to increase their record to 4-8. They're going to win their next 4. We got Washington next. Those who are believers, the Giants are going to run the table. Believe it. Mark it down. Write it in your calendar. Write it in a notepad. Put it in your brain. Put it in your brain. Put it in your mind. The New York Football Giants, baby. We're back.
Well, there you have it, folks. Giants running the table. Bears starting to collapse. Well, hey, have a safe drive to work. Thanks for tuning in, and keep on balling.